what brings you in today?
I have another client and I need accessories.
Okay.
And I need something that's large.
Okay.
And very organic, because organic is in right now.
That is
and
true.
This client would love to have some really unusual things, and I know you'll have them for me.
Well, I have some questions. So when you're
me?
speaking of organic, is the project coastal? Is it more inland?
It is coastal.
So
It's
we have
Upper La Jolla.
Okay, so we have, for starters, we have this display. You have a lot of selections here. You've got art glass, hand blown from Italy. We've got some quarried stone that has been high polished gray from Mexico.
Wow, I love that.
And then over here we have a very unusual art object. This is museum quality ceramics. The artist who created this look, when he fires the kiln up at a certain degree and places this in for the glazing process, he puts crystals in the finish of the paint, and at a certain degree the crystals explode, and that's how you get the pattern.
Wow,
Now
very
at the
unusual.
top, and at the top you've got a prehistoric trim. Now he's the only artist who's been able to create this prehistoric trim on top of that vessel, and then on top of that he has crowned it with a 200-million-year-old artifact, very natural. It's a shell that has developed crystals over hundreds and millions
Can
of
I
years.
see that? I think that's a
Absolutely.
piece that he might like.
Okay.
I can see the top.
Yes. So what you're seeing here is the actual shell, and then on the inside are the developed crystals that have taken millions of years to develop. So it's been
Unbelievable.
aged at about 200 million
Okay.
years.
That's amazing.
And then
Absolutely amazing.
He fit this ceramic prong so it stays on top of the vessel.
And is he a local artist or
He is from California,
northern or?
Northern California.
I would think so.
And then you've got
Looks like it.
corals for the coastal look, and we have a lot of other types of corals, but this is more of a barnacle coral, and these can grow very large, and this is just a sampling of what we have here in the showroom. Also, speaking of hundreds of millions of years, here is a nautilus.
Oh, wow.
It's been sliced, and you can see the internal has all been solidified and quartzed. So these are actual chemicals that were left inside the nautilus before or right after it died, and then it develops
The
into this.
crystals in it.
Well, it's a beautiful piece of art. I mean, in
Well,
itself.
it's exquisite, and those would be perfect colors for him.
Excellent.
So I would like to show him that.
Okay.
For sure.
So we'll
So
be
if
able-
you would tag that for me, and I
sure
also want you to tag the large vase
Okay. we
with
can
the
do
200 million year old shell on the
All right.
top with the crystals.
that. Okay.
I
And-
like the coral, but I don't know if that's special enough for him because he really likes the unusual.
Okay.
And this is gorgeous.
So the way this is done, they quarry this out. All of that is natural chemicals that over hundreds and millions of years develops into rock, and then they pull it out of the earth, and then they hollow it out and make this shape.
I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it would be possible to have a hole drilled in here and use it as a
Absolute-
vessel sink?
Yes, you can do that.
Okay, I'd like that idea.
Okay.
We'll see if he likes that. Okay, for sure that.
All right.
I might be interested in this piece of furniture too, but I'll have to show it to him. So,
Well, let me just explain. This is a Michael Berman design for Theodore Alexander, which is one of the vendors that we carry here.
I'm familiar, yeah.
And what this is a laminate, cream off-white, cream colored, and then you've got the metallic border, and this is all metal on this side.
Wow.
Beautiful piece, and it's the same on the opposite side. So
I like that it would be a nice room divider for him.
exactly. I was going to say you can float it, or you can use it as a room divider.
Because we're doing an open
Yeah.
floor plan, but this would sort of give a division and allow us to
Yes.
display some of these pretty things. Okay, good. That's
All right.
great. That same artist, he did these. And then look at these up here. You've got something that looks like it's Italian mixed with some of these very old Nautilus shells. And they're real. That's what's so cool about them. They're authentic. And done with the different rocks on the top.
So all this is inlaid. Here you've got brass, I call it military brass inlay, but it's just a brass detail. Here you've got a beautiful swirl of the tile work.
Oh, I love that with the abalone mixed with the
excellent.
thin shell.
You know your shell.
I know my shells. Yes, I do.
And then it's got these beautiful handles to pick it up.
And are these bronze or brass? Or
This is all brass.
looks like an ormolu mount kind of thing,
It almost is.
doesn't it?
And then here's a little funny little, kind of makes you laugh. It's
Little
a
humor.
squirrel biting a nut on top of a pin shell nut.
And then you fill this full of peanuts, right?
More peanuts. Exactly. Go nuts for peanuts.
Yeah, there we go.
And then here we have something very unusual, and this is something that's used inside a kitchen area. And feel the weight of this. This is all bronze.
Oh my gosh.
It's heavy.
Okay, so it'd be a weapon if we need
Almost.
one.
You could use it as a weapon. But even the detail of the feathers are in there.
Beautiful.
It's just highly detailed. So this is a Maitland Smith, from Maitland Smith.
And where is this made, do we know?
This is made in probably Vietnam,
Vietnam or
Singapore.
Singapore.
Yeah, not China, because this is more quality product.
Right.